from yesterday, I'm sure there are key issues that are affecting the country.
Absolutely.
You know, the president of the Republic met with various print and broadcasting editors. Mr. Tiji, were you there?
I wish.
You missed it.
Unfortunately, just Bora.
Oh, you remember Bora Tiji?
I'm still in media, but we Bora.
I remember sports.
So you met them yesterday, and a lot of talking points from the no holds barred meeting, came up, and I think chief among those was the president emphasizing that he's going to be only serving his 2 terms. Yeah, because this has dominated headlines for the longest time, and there's been a push from ZANU-PF, we're hearing left, right, and center that no, we want to see the president maybe get 2 more years on top of his term, but he took that moment just to emphasize exactly, and to quote him, he said, "I will persuade the persuaders not to persuade me that I will remain constitutional." So besides this, I know this is a key talking point,
right,
because it's been dominating spaces, especially on socials. And he also spoke about the Zimbabwe currency, the ZiG, yes. And he said that it's here to stay as well. Yeah, so he will only serve his 2 terms. He's constitutional, but the ZiG is here to stay.
Because I mean, look, a lot of speculation is about that. Everybody's asking, is it working, is it not working, or what it is. So just the fact that he's emphasizing that it's here to stay, really,
I think we have to get used to it and make sure that, I think there's been a bit of stability around the ZiG over the last month or so. I think even when you look at the black market rate, I think it's actually gone down.
Yeah.
So I think the critical issue for most of us now, and I think you see it if you're moving around, is now its availability, which I guess maybe will bring it into demand, because I think that's what happened, especially when we were looking at the US dollar. It was because obviously we all wanted the US dollar. So maybe with the president reassuring us that the ZiG is here to stay, maybe we'll see more people chasing the ZiG, and that will work out better for everybody. But also, I was actually watching bits and pieces of that engagement that the president had with the editors, and I was reminding you, because sometimes half the time when we see him during the State of the Nation address or at rallies, it comes across as regal, as a leader, but it was good to see him in his element, being candid, joking around with people, and just showing his humanness. And I think it was refreshing to see that and be reminded of that, because sometimes we look at him as just unapproachable, like leader, but it was refreshing to see, and I hope that's how he is, not just with the editors, but with every one of us. So I'd like to meet him.
So I know I know it's a bit tricky, but I'm going to push this on you guys. So yes, he says he will be constitutional, or abide with the Constitution, what it says. But remember, again, the president on record saying the voice of the people
matters.
Yes. So what if the constituents that is pushing becomes much bigger, and everybody still pushes that, look, just do another term. Maybe you've got projects that you were doing. We don't want to see maybe somebody coming in and putting a stop to the projects. We want to see the projects to fruition. What does he do?
Well, I would go back to quote what he said, because it's coming from his heart. He said, "I will not let the persuaders persuade me." That's what I would stick to, because that's what the president has said. So
and I think you look at it, I mean, the president is a lawyer by profession, so I think he, more than maybe the average citizen, he understands the Constitution. He has made it very clear that he wants to respect that. So I think everything that's happening in terms of the people who are lobbying for him to extend, you might want to then question their own motives, because if the guy that you're lobbying for is saying like, dude, I'm good.
I'm done,
So like now I want to pick behind him, like come and explain to us why you want this guy to extend his tenure beyond 2028. But I think it was very important that he came out with that clarity, because I think it was starting to dominate the political narrative. And with Zimbabwe, that also then infiltrates how the economy plays out. Whether it's our relations with foreign trade institutions, or even the internal combustion that happens within our unique economy, when that direction, him saying that, I think, is obviously going to change the way business is done in a way to say, 2028, some people will be like, let me make sure I get my stuff in order, and maybe they want to walk out with him or vice versa. But yeah, I think that clarity was very important, very necessary, and I hope our colleagues, the editors, got the right message. And
the other editors.
All the editors.
It's refreshing to hear Mr. Teach out of his element.
Yes,
exactly. Expanding on all the issues besides sport.
I'm a smart somebody, if I do say so myself.
Konapo, ipapo.